Hello there. Today we're going to look at contractions, what they are and how to make them. Hi there, I'm Ed Anguish from Speak English with Ed, where we give tips, tricks, help and information to try and help you understand everything that you need to know to be able to pass your CELT English speaking exams. Today we're going to look at the contractions that make English speaking a little bit more simple and more natural. So what am I talking about? Word contractions. What are word contractions in English grammar? Well, it says here, they're a shortened version of a written or spoken word or group of words. So contractions are very common in English language. They're used quite a lot in everyday speech. You probably use them without thinking, without realizing that you're using them. But there's lots and lots of words that you can use to contract, make smaller, to make your speaking flow more easily, more fluent, more easily, more natural. So let's have a look and see what we can do. I've got a couple of examples here. Now, the first example, you've probably used it a million times already, or you probably use it all the time, regularly, every day, and it's I am. I am is contracted. I is the subject, which is the speaker, I, the speaker, and am is the verb to be. So you're saying all the time, I am cold, I am hot, I am hungry. There's a million ways in which you can use this verb, this little phrase, I am. So it usually gets contracted because I am is a bit clunky and chunky. So it usually gets contracted down to I'm hungry, I'm cold. Instead of saying I am hungry, I am cold, you say I'm hungry, I'm cold. So how does it work? Well, it's two words, obviously, as we can see. It's I and am. So we've got two words, but we want to bring these two words together, make them smaller and shorter. That's what contract means, to make smaller and shorter. So if we bring these two words together, we've got I am. So instead of saying I am, this says I am. I am. But that's not what we want to say. We don't want to say I am. We want to get rid of the A. We want to get rid of the A. So let's move the A. So now we've got I'm, which again is shorter, but it's not really what we want. What we want to do is bring it together so we can say I'm. And the way we do that is to put apostrophe in and bring the two together. Apostrophe where we took the word out. An apostrophe tells you that there's been some letters in there removed. The apostrophe replaces the letters that we've taken out. So in this case it replaces the A, but you don't say it. You just say I'm. It joins the two together and says I'm. So I am becomes I'm hungry, I'm cold, I'm thirsty, I'm happy, whatever. You use I'm instead of I am. So I am a full phrase, I'm is the contraction, and that's what we're aiming for, the contraction. We'll have a look at another one, and the next one is you are. You are. Now this, when it's contracted, it becomes your as a contraction. So how do we get it? We've got the two words you are. All right, so we've got to bring them together, but we don't want to say you are. We don't want to say you are, or we don't want to say you are. No, we want to get rid of the A. So we get rid of the A again. But when we get rid of the A, we've still got to bring it together. So we put an apostrophe in and bring the two words together. So we've got your. This is the contracted form of you are. You brought together and you say you're happy, you're hungry, you're driving down the road, you're out for a walk. You are. It's you are. So you are contracts down into your. It's not your. It's not your as in your children or your car, your house. It's your. The first one is first person, I am. The second one is second person, you are, when you're referring to the speaker, to the listener. And the third person, she is. Now we're getting she is. We want to contract this down into she's. Okay, so we put she is. We've got two words, she is, and we want to bring them together. So if we bring them together, she is, which is not what we want. We want she's. So we get rid of the I because that's the word that we want to lose, and then we add the apostrophe and we bring the two together. So she's, she is becomes she's. She is, she. So I'm, you're, and she's. It's a lot more fluid speaking. It flows a lot better. I'm, you're, and she's. So you can also do this with negative contractions. Things that we're going to look at here is like, I cannot do this. I cannot go there. I cannot lift this heavy weight. So we contract these things like this down as well. So we again take the two words cannot, and we bring them together. Cannot is now cannot. Now this is a word, it's in the dictionary. You can check this out and it's perfectly fine to use. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. It's better than I cannot do that. So you say I cannot do that. But better still is if we remove an N and an O from here. We've removed two letters now this time, and we're going to replace them with our apostrophe and then bring the T to it. And now we've got can't. Cannot has become can't. It went from cannot to can't. And this is a better, I can't do that. I can't go there. I can't lift this heavy weight. It's can't. It's a contraction, and it makes your speech flow better. It makes it easier to follow. You'll get used to it. If you can get these in, you can get used to it. Next one is do not. They're still on the negative contractions. Do not. This is going to contract down to don't. Okay, so we're going to contract this down from do not to don't. So we've got our two words. We've got do and not. Do not. Bring them together. Do not. Do not. Do not. Now we don't say do not. We don't say do not, and we don't say do not. Do not. We say don't. So to do that, we've got to get rid of the O, because we've still got the N in don't. It puts the apostrophe in and it brings the T together. So we've got don't. But it's the O that we get rid of. We've still got the N. So don't. Okay? Do not to don't. And should not. Should not. You should not do that. Should not. You should not do that. So should not is going to we're going to contract that down to shouldn't. Shouldn't. So we'll show you how to do that. So we've got should and not, two words, should and not, and we're going to bring them in. So now it's should not. Instead of you should not do that, it's should not. You should not do that. But we want to bring them down to shouldn't, not should not. And to do that, you get rid of the O, put your apostrophe in, and the T, bring the T into it, so you've got it's joined on, so it's shouldn't, shouldn't, shouldn't. And it's a lot better speaking English. So we get some common contractions. I'll talk here some common contractions. I am equals I'm. I am equals I'm. I will equals I'll. I'll do that. I'll go tomorrow. I'll do it in a minute. Whatever. Instead of saying I will, you say I'll. And same with I had. I had chicken for tea. I had chicken for tea. You say I had chicken for tea. I'd chicken for tea. Not I had. You can say, instead of saying I have, you say I've. Oh, I've got a headache. You don't say I have a headache. You say I've a headache. I've a headache. I have. Whenever you say I have, cut it down to I've a headache. And you can also use these for you when you're talking about somebody, you, as we've already seen. You are goes to your. You're, not your, your. It's the difference. And you will. You will see the benefit from following these examples in your speech. You'll see the benefit as you'll speak better. You'll benefit from it. And also in the third person as a he had, he'd been there already, he'd seen the movie before, he'd had a good time. Talking in the past, we're talking about past. He is, he's happy today. He's on the phone. He can't come, he's on the phone. He will. He'll get back to you later. He's on the phone, but he'll get back to you later. See how all these flow better, saying he is on the phone and he will get back to you later. No, you can say, you could emphasize the will bit. You could say he's on the phone and he will get back to you later. You're emphasizing that. Or you could say he's on the phone and he'll get back to you later. And you can also apply, these also apply to she, to ladies. She had a good time. She'd had a good time. She'd a good time at the party. She has a new coat. She's a new coat. Some of these apply to more than just the one. Some of them, like she's, she has, or she is. You can still you can use she's for both of them. You can say she is on the phone. She's on the phone. Or you can say she has been there before. You say she's been there before. So you can use the same contractions for different things. They apply to different things. But it's the way that you talk, your conversation, the things that you're talking about, tell your listener which one it is. They automatically know. She's been there before. You know that's she has been there before, not she is been there before. Or she's on the phone. You know that she is on the phone, not she has on the phone. So you can work it out. You know which is which. And she will. She'll get back to you as well. We've got we had here, or we would. They're both shortened down to we'd. We had or we would. They both mean the same. So we had chicken for dinner. I'll get back to chicken for dinner. I must be hungry. I'm mentioning food. We had chicken for dinner. Or we would have been there by 10 o'clock if the car hadn't have broken down. We'd have been there by 10 o'clock. We had chicken for dinner. We'd chicken for dinner. So the same contractions can be used in multiple places. We will, we'll. We will go. We'll go tomorrow. We are on our way. We're on our way. We are on our way. So they're coming tomorrow. They will. They'll bring the dog with them. They have been on holiday for a week. They've been on holiday for a week. You just get used to them. So there's could have, could have, could have, should have, might have, must have. There's lots of different ones that you can use. There are lots of contractions, but get used to them. You will get used to hearing them, and you'll start applying them, and it's a lot better and easier for your flow of speech. Letters, let's. These are all common contractions. Letters comes down to let's do this. There's a show on the television that I want to watch. There is a show on television I want to watch. There's a show I want to watch. Where is? Where's the car key? Where is? Where's the car key? Who is? Who's coming with me? Who is coming with me? Who's coming with me? Lots and lots of common contractions. There are an awful lot of contractions you can use. These are just a handful of them, and I just want to introduce you to the world of word contractions in English grammar. So I hope that you'll watch this again. There's a lot of contractions in here already, so I want you to get used to them, listen to them, hear them, listen for them in the speech. When you hear people talking, when you hear people on the television talking, listen for them, listen for these contractions, and then think, there's a contraction there, I can apply a contraction in that situation. That's a good one. So contractions, understand them, get used to using them. They will make your English flow more naturally, and you'll feel more comfortable when you start using them as well. See that? You'll feel more comfortable using it in everyday use. It just comes out naturally without thinking. So I'm gonna hope that you'll get immense pleasure and use out of this video, because it is it's so helpful for you. So I hope that you get some benefit. If you've got any benefit, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure that you've subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to make sure that you get notifications when we release new videos. So until next time, this is Ed Anguish saying thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.